Good afternoon. Welcome to Artist Spotlight. This is our third week. The Arts Council for Monterey County is presenting Artist Spotlight, and I am Karen Lee Garcia, the program's director. And today I am so pleased to introduce and welcome you to one of our dance teaching artists, Eddie Standifer. And let me read a little bit. Hi, Eddie.
Hello. Greetings and salutations, everyone.
I'm going to just read a little bit more about who you are to our audience. So, as the son of a disc jockey in a heavily musically influenced family, Eddie has been dancing his entire life. He started within the hip hop elements with breaking, which is break dancing, and was one of the first styles that he learned. And then he was introduced to popping by his first mentor, Sammy Ramirez. And that is when he started to explore more styles of dance, not just hip hop, but just dance in general. Eddie attended Monterey Peninsula College and then went on to San Jose State University and finally took dance to the studio level. After 6 years at San Jose State University, he returned to his hometown of Seaside to bring what he has learned and experienced to all. He says, our dance community is a lot bigger than most think, but we have to communicate and unite to become a community that is thriving. My dancing isn't to look cool or to show off. My dancing is to evoke emotions and put a smile on your face. So right now, Eddie is teaching at the Golden State Elite Studio in Salinas and the Dance Center Studio in Carmel. Both studios are offering online dance classes, and he helps lead and dances with an urban choreography team called Homegrown. And also last year, he joined the Arts Council as one of our dance teaching artists within our professional artists in the schools program. So welcome, Eddie. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you
so much for taking the time today to join us. And even after this introduction of your bio, I'm still curious to learn a little bit more about your background, how you got started in dance, maybe where you start in your house, or did you, start at a studio? So if you can share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, of course. So, I've always danced, even at a young age. I would say I'm an organic mover in a sense. I didn't have no rhythm or like musicality or anything, but I like to, when I heard good music, I bop my head, tap my foot, do a little two-step. But I didn't really start dancing and taking it seriously until about high school. That's when I started getting into the other hip hop elements, break dancing, popping, added some house to my style, locking as well.
And what high school did you go to?
High school, Seaside High.
Okay.
Spartans represent. Yeah. But it actually started, my passion for dance started in middle school when I was at Los Angeles Middle School. LA, oh shit. The callback, LA. Oh, yeah. You know what? It's all good. We tried this out, but you know what? It's okay. Anyways, continuing on. It was at a dance. It was my first middle school dance, and like I said before, then I was a mover. Like I heard music, I just started moving. So first dance happened. There was a big old circle. People were dancing and everything, and I got in there, and not gonna lie, made a fool of myself. I was just like, look at me. Look how fast I can move. Look what I can do. And at first, like, I felt ashamed, but at the end, it was something that I really liked doing. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep on continuing with this. And there was a talent show like 2 weeks later. And that was my time for redemption. I came back and I did a little lyric song called Lean Back by Fat Joe.
Yeah.
My people don't dance. They just pull the pants and do the rock away. Lean back. And that move right there was the move that everyone was like, we connected to. Like, that was the move that when I started doing, everybody else started doing. The people that laughed at me, my friends, the teachers, everybody started doing it. And I felt that connection. And I was just like, this is like really powerful. I wonder where I can take this. And I took it there.
Right. And then you decided even to pursue dance in college, you know, which,
yes,
you know, that's a bold move. I always commend people to when they decide to, you know, they have this passion and they just go ahead and just, I think that was great that you were able to do that while you were pursuing your, you know, your degree. So
yes, I come from a line of family members that are teachers and everything. So we're good at relating stuff to people, but I took what I like to do, dancing, and made that my new art form.
Right. And then how did you get connected with the Arts Council? I don't know if you remember.
Oh my goodness. I just remember waiting outside at Buffalo Wild Wings
right
interview. I came a little early because I was a little nervous, and the way I get my nervousness out is by dancing.
Right.
And I danced a little too long, and I met a special someone bumped into me. I wonder who that was.
Now I'm remembering this now. I remember I came to meet you to have a formal interview, and I was like, where is Eddie? And I didn't know what you looked like either. So that was another thing that I was like, I don't even know. Well, this happens sometimes, you know, I didn't like look you up on Facebook. And so then I was looking around outside and I was like, oh, there he is. Cause you were like dancing, a full dance routine. And I was like, he's amazing. Right. And what I love too is that you came in for the interview and you had like your complete, like, you know, lesson plan ready to go. And I was like, obviously you're hired. So, and, you know, you've been partnering with us for a year and a half. It almost seems longer.
Yeah, almost. I know.
But it's been a great year and a half that you've been mainly working with our schools that we've been partnering with in Salinas, with Salinas City Elementary School District. And actually, you know what? Let's share a little clip right now.
Yes.
You dancing for the Baronda Meadows Elementary School students. And this was after you had actually done a 5-week class with them, and they performed, and then you gave them a little treat and performed for them. So let's show our audience.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that move.
That's awesome. So, you know, that's just one of the many things that you offer when you're actually in the schools. And now transition to where we are now, where schools have been shelter in place, schools closed down for the rest of the school year. So I'm curious to learn from you, you know, now you're not in the schools, the public schools, but, you know, how have you been staying creative and, you know, teaching your classes online with the studios that you're in partnership? So if you could share a little bit about what that experience has been like that transition.
Yes. I will say, the one thing that I've been telling people, I've been trying to adjust accordingly. Yes, we're all doing our very best in this time of crisis to still connect with others. So our studios are still doing virtual classes online. TDC, the Dance Center, is still doing classes, and so is Golden State Elite, GSE, as well. We're doing virtual classes, still trying to connect with our students, and the experience is still humbling. Like, honestly, being able to see these kids that are really dedicated and really want to dance. So I'm giving my all. I'm finding new sources, just because since right now, you're still able to be a student. And I've been taking classes from like the East Coast. There was a dancer named Doc Lock. He taught a light feet shoe trick choreography class last weekend. And no worries, I'm gonna post it on my IG very soon. Doc Lock, I got you. But yeah, also I've been able to teach across the state too. I've been able to teach in San Jose and Almaden as well. So the experience is amazing. Trying to stay active with all these dance challenges, and there's a lot of competitions going on as well. Just being able to connect with others.
Right. And thankfully, because usually you are so busy when you're you know, when you're not with the studios and when you're not working with the Arts Council, it's kind of hard to pin you down. So like when I remember asking you first off, like the first couple of weeks into shelter in place, if you were available to create online content for Arts for Home for our new online learning portal called Arts for Home. And I was happy that you said yes right away, because usually I'm like, where's Eddie? Because usually you're on the road a lot for your competition teams and just other things that you have going on. So we're grateful that you've been able to create videos that we're sharing here on Facebook and on our other social media platforms to stay connected with our community and you know, teach us a little bit of what, you know, what's going on in the world of Tick-Tock dance challenges and things of that nature. But because we're home, I'm curious to know, for us, you know, especially me who's at my computer a lot, what kind of dance moves can we do just at our desk?
Yeah. One moment. Got it. I'll teach you one of my favorite moves. Let me just set up my camera. Let me just reset this up. One moment. Shouldn't take that long. Hello, everybody. Just put on some background music. Okay, good enough. So this is a dance move that I teach everyone first day of class. So I'm going to teach you how to do the wave. First thing, super easy. Just put your hand up like this. And then you shake it left and right. There you go. You done the wave. Congratulations. No, honestly though, wave, I like to break it up into 5 focal points using your fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest. Breaking it down, finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder, and chest. Yeah.
All right.
When we think of a wave likes to go above the line. Yeah. So we have our horizon line right here. Just thinking about every point going above this line. So when I say finger, our finger goes above this line. When I say wrist, our wrist goes above this line. So try not to do this, because now your wrist is still on the line, keeping our finger and our elbow at the same line, so that way our wrist is above it. From here, elbows kind of awkward because our elbow wants to go back naturally. It's okay to rotate your shoulders to lift your elbow up. I'm thinking of like trying to make a Nike sign. You know, the Nike sign, just do it. just do it. Yeah, exactly. And then from there, lifting your shoulder up. And then last but not least, taking a deep breath in, lifting your chest up. Lifting your chest up, not forward. It's not an ultra, but it's a breath. Yeah. And then from there, you can use this to undulate and flow to create a wave. And this is just a basis of a wave. Who said that waves always have to go up? They can go down.
Right.
They can go sideways. They could go in a circle. Yeah.
Well, I love that. Obviously, I need to practice, but I have a lot of time at my desk, so that's fine. But it's good to just remember that with our bodies being, in this situation, we may not have our normal routine of movement, and that you can just move right there at your desk. So
yeah, we're all dancers. We're all movers.
Right. So what else I wanted to ask you was just, you mentioned the Tick-Tock challenges that are going on. And just, if you could share a little bit about that, how if you've been involved, if you've been sharing about that. And then also I'm curious to learn about feedback that you've been hearing about your online classes. Like what kind of, when you've been teaching, what kind of things are you hearing from your students?
Yes. Okay. So going into the challenges, my philosophy of dancing is, yes, I'm teaching you dance moves, but the goal is not to look like me. The goal is to look like you. Yeah. With that being said, I really, when doing challenges, I really push for that for the kids, for our generation, just in general, to like, yes, it's okay to learn to dance and do it. But if there's a move that you do not like in there, you do not have to do it. You can put your own little twist in there. Yeah.
Right.
Put the moves that you do like, and then take out the moves that you don't like. So that way it feels more of a dance that's more personal to you as the dancer.
That's great. And then, when you've been teaching your classes online, one-on-one with students or small groups, what kind of things are you hearing from students? Because like any art form, but particularly dance, we're so used to being in the studio and being connected.
Yes.
So
you have no idea. You have no idea how many times I'll like talk to the kids and like do a whole dance with them. I'm like, you got it? And they're just looking at me like, sure. I'm like, it's okay to ask questions. So during this time, it is more about, and it's always been about the feel for me in dancing. If you're feeling good and you're having fun dancing, you'd want to dance more. You'd want to get your movements down. So all my dancing has been focused more on fun, groovy types of dancing, Tick-Tock challenges, but with a little twist. I add footwork in there, some break dancing, and these classes have gone so crazy. Like it's a blast. It's less of a class and more of a just get together and we share our movements. Actually, so one of my classes, I think it was for Golden State Elite. I was teaching the kids to dance, and one of the parents texted the studio director saying, "Oh my gosh, Eddie's class is so loud and so crazy. Like I just couldn't not be in his class. It seemed so fun. I'm wondering if he can do a parents class, and hopefully that's gonna be coming soon. Yes, GSC, we're gonna have class. Yeah.
No, that's great. And we need to, be sure we follow you at all of your handles so that you can, if they are going to have some adult classes, that we can tap into those. So that's great. So my final question for you is just to learn, what's next for you with, are you making any future plans, or are you just kind of waiting to see how things roll out?
Yes, before all of this happened, we had our dance team, our urban choreography dance team, homegrown, has been putting on a lot of performances, and we're getting ready for competition and stuff like that. But since all this happened, we put a pause on that. But during this time, it is, like I would like to say, a hyperbolic time chamber. During this moment, we're still able to grow, and once we come out of this, we're going to be a lot stronger than what we were.
That's great. That's great. So just staying connected and knowing that it's down the line.
Yes, yes.
So that's
more great. To come very, very soon.
That's great. Well, it's been so good to speak to you today and to introduce more people to who you are and who you are in the community. And I'm pretty sure they're going to see you soon dancing around.
Yes.
If they
Check
have
me on World of
already.
Dance.
Yeah. So where can we find you online? What are your, we'll tag your handles too.
Yes. So online, you can check me out at on IG at Black As Eddie,
okay.
BLACKASSEDDIE. There's an IE, no Y. Sorry. Right. Also check us out check me out at the Dance Center in Carmel, okay, at the Dance Center _ TDC. That is the THEDANCECENTER _ TDC. Also, Golden State Elite at Golden State _ Elite. Oh my goodness, I know. I'm gonna get all these down. GLD.
Everybody will post all of them too in the Facebook comments too.
Oh, okay. Yes, please.
Can go in there.
I can't be doing all the spelling right now.
You can go in and tag some of the additional ones too.
Yes.
So. But thank you so much for joining us today on our Artist Spotlight, and
yes,
appreciate you.
Oh. Sorry, real quick. Shameless plugs yet again. I'm sorry, I did not put this in there. TDC, we're having our virtual classes right now, but in the summer we're gonna have in-person classes, summer camps for all of our dance styles, including hip hop. GSE, we're having auditions for our dance team actually this weekend. Hey, I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
The closing date for placements is gonna be this Friday, so please check out Golden State on Instagram, and then also Homegrown.
Are those in person or virtual?
Virtual.
Okay.
Yes. Everything right now being virtually, better safe than sorry.
Right.
And then also Homegrown, we're going to be putting up our videos very soon. Like I said, we had competitions, but things are put on pause, but we're still putting out our content. It's going to be going up very shortly on our Instagram at Homegrown Co.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Eddie. And
thank you.
Today. Appreciate you. And so I'm going to tell our audience to stay tuned for another Artist Spotlight next Wednesday at 12 p.m. And be sure to comment and share this Facebook Live. And if you're interested in learning more about the Arts Council, please visit us at www.arts4mc.org. And if you are interested in being featured and highlighted on this series, please feel free to email us at info@arts4mc.org. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Eddie.